today morning for Srimad Bhagavatam class. So we are going to read today from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2nd, chapter number 5, verse number 22nd. So I'll recite first and then you can after that. Kalat gun vyatikara parinama swabhavata karmano janma mahata purusha adhishtadad abhut कालाद गुण व्यतिकरा परिणाम स्वभावता कर्मणो जन्म महता पुरुष अधिष्ठादद अभूत कालाद गुण व्यतिकरा परिणाम स्वभावता कर्मणो जन्म महता पुरुषा अधिष्ठादद अभूत. Some of you can recite.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Kalat guna vyatikara parinama swabhavata karmano janma mahata purushadhisthitad abhit abhut. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Kala.
You can go ahead, Prabhu.
No, go ahead, Mataji, please.
No, you can. I'm sorry.
Kalat guna vyatikara parinama swabhavata karmano janma mahata purushadhisthitad abhut.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Kalad guna vyatikaraha parinamaha swabhavataha karmano janma mahataha purushadhishtitad abhut.
कालात् गुणव्यतिकरा परिणाम स्वभावात् कर्मणो जन्म महता पुरुषादितिष्ठतद्भूत्.
कालाद् गुणा भयातिकरः परिणामः स्वभावतः कर्मण जन्म महतः पुरुषाधिष्ठात् अभूत्. Hare Krishna.
All right, thank you for reciting. Now I'm going to read synonym translation purport. Synonym Kalat, from eternal time. Gun Vyatikara, transformation of the modes of reaction. Parinama, transformation. Swabhavataha, from the nature. Karmana, of activities. Janma, creation. Mahata, of the Mahat Tattva. Purusha, Adhishtitat, because of the Purusha incarnation of the Lord. Abhut, it took place. Translation purport by His Divine Grace HG Ramcharan Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. After the incarnation of first Purusha, Karana Navashahi Vishnu, the Mahat Tattva or the principles of material creation take place. And then time is manifested. And in due course of time, the first qualities appear, or the three qualities appears. Nature means the three qualitative appearances. They transform into activities. By the omnipotency of the Supreme Lord, the whole creation evolves by the process of transformation and reactions one after another. And by the same omnipotency, they are wound up again one after another and conserved in the body of the Supreme. Kala or time is a synonym of nature and is the transformed manifestation of the principles of material creation. As such, Kal may be taken as the first cause of all creation. And by transformation of nature, different activities of material world become visible. These activities may be taken up as natural instinct of each and every living being, or even of the inert objects. And after the manifestation of activities, there are varieties of products and byproducts of the same nature. Originally, these are all due to the Supreme Lord. The Vedanta Sutras and the Bhagavatam thus begin with the absolute truth as the beginning of all creation. Janmadya Asyata. Om Ajnanatimirudasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadikam Shri Gurun Vaishnamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahegana Raghunath Anavitam Tam Sajim Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Nimitamsha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane Namo Mahavadanyay Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratushe Nama Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakti Shaktikam हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वांछा कल्पतरुभश्च कृपा सिंधु भेवच पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. So today's verse kalad gun vyatikara parinama subhavata कर्मणो जन्महता पुरुषा adhishtad abhut. So here in this verse is mentioned that in the beginning of the creation, when Lord desired to create this material world, he first expanded himself as the first Purusha incarnations. And the first Purusha incarnation is Karnar Navashahi Vishnu. So Karan Navashahi Vishnu means here, Karana means the causal, Arnav means the ocean, and Shai means sleep, who is sleeping there. Three words here, Karan, Arnav, Shai. So Karan means the causal, the cause from where this material world created. This is the place where material world started to create, the first cause. The first cause of this material creation is Karana Navashahi Vishnu. So this Karana is the causal ocean, and Arnava is the, as I say, Arnava means the ocean, and Shai means who is sleeping. So when Lord desired to create this material world, he first created this Karana ocean. Now, where is that Karana ocean? Anyone have any idea where is the Karana ocean? Anyone would like to respond? Okay. Any idea where is the Karana ocean? Okay. So when we cross this material world where we are right now, we are in one of the universe in the material world. Mata, if you are speaking, you are on mute. Or you don't know how to speak? Okay. No, I'm saying this Karana ocean is a place, one place somewhere in the spiritual sky. And see, in the material world, we have a material sky. If you see in the sky at night, you see there are many planets, many stars you will see in the sky, right? Similarly, in the spiritual, before material world created, it was just a sky, a spiritual sky, which is filled with all Brahman effulgence everywhere. So when Lord desired to create this material world, so at that time, this this Karna ocean is there, and then Lord Mahavishnu, Lord expand himself as first as Mahavishnu, and he sleep into this Karna ocean. So there, when Lord is sleeping, so it is mentioned in Brahma Samhita, Yaha Karan Arnavajele Bhajati Sma Yoga Nidram Ananta Jagdanda Saroma Kupha Adhar Shaktim Avalambya Param Samurtim Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Bhajami. So this expansion of the Lord, which is called Purusha incarnation. Purusha means enjoyer. But here Purusha means who lives in a place like this Pura. Pura is basically, this material world is like a Pura. Pura means like a place, generally we say Jati Pura or some name we give. Pura is like a place where people live, right? So this Purusha is basically a person who is living in that place. So that's Purusha. And Lord has many incarnation. Lord takes many incarnation to maintain this material world. So I'll share one slide with you so that it can become more logical. So let me share one slide which actually explains. Okay, here is the. I think all of you have seen the Goloka chart, right? Most of you have seen, right? So I'm going to take here, in Goloka chart there, where the Lord's incarnations are mentioned here. So here, I just want to show this, the Swamsha incarnation of the Lord. The first incarnation, which is the Karno Dakshahi Vishnu. One of the name of Mahavishnu. There are three names used. One is Mahavishnu. Second is Karno Dakshahi Vishnu. And third is Karnaha Shahi Vishnu. Karnavana Shahi Vishnu, which basically used in the verse. So they are same. All three are same. So this is Karno Dakshahi Vishnu. So when the material world, Lord want to create material world from Mahasankarshana, who is the second Sankarshana and who reside in the Vaikuntha planet, this first Swamsha incarnation, which is Purusha incarnation, is Karnodakshayi Vishnu. And from there, we know that there is a Garbhodakshayi Vishnu. And then Garbhodakshayi Vishnu expand himself into the each and every element in each and every living entity as Kshirodakshayi Vishnu. So this is one type of incarnation that Lord takes to maintain this material world. And we have 5 more different types of incarnation which Lord takes at different time and comes, like as in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sarjamyaham paritranaaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So in that, these are the incarnations that Lord comes and takes to maintain this material world. So second type of incarnation, Leela Avatar, the list given here, and there are more than that. This is just like a small list. Then we have Guna Avatar as Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu. Then we have Yuga Avatars. Every Yuga Lord comes, Yuge Yuge. Then we have Manvantar Avatar. Every Manvantara Lord comes to protect Manu Maharaj and the kingdom of Indra. So that's Manvantar Avatar. And then we have Shakta Vesha Avatar. And we know Srila Prabhupada is one of our Shakta Vesha Avatar. And there are many other incarnations mentioned here. So these are the 6 types of incarnation. And the main one is the Purusha incarnation. And that's what mentioned in this verse. The Purusha. Purusha means these 3 Vishnus forms. These are called Purusha incarnation of the Lord. Now, if you go on the side of this chart here, which basically say here is a Kano Dakshaya Vishnu, and this picture shows the Kana ocean where Lord is residing. It's called Virja River also. Vrija river is basically the borderline between the material world and the spiritual world. It actually in the spiritual world, but it's like a borderline. So here we see Kanodakshay Vishnu is from the body of Kanodakshay Vishnu, innumerable universes comes out when he breathe out. Kana, like as in Brahma Samhita say, so when Lord Mahavishnu breathe out, millions of billions of universes comes out, and here is thus a picture of one universe, which we are right now, right? This is one universe which is covered by 7 layers. And then Lord Karnodakshay Vishnu expand himself as a Garbhodakshay Vishnu and enter into this Garbhodaka ocean. So in this universe, Lord fills the half of the universe with the water, and that water comes from the body of Lord Garbhodakshay Vishnu. And then he went into the ocean and sleep there. That's why it's called Garbhodakshay Vishnu. This is Garbhodaka ocean. And from the navel of Garbhodakshay Vishnu, this lotus comes out. And on the top of the lotus, Lord Brahma appears. And in the stem of this lotus, all these 14 planetary systems are there. And then Garbhodakshay Vishnu expand himself into each and every element, into each and every particle, and also into each and every living entity as Paramatma, which is mentioned here. It shows as picture as Paramatma here. So these universes comes out and goes when Lord Vishnu, Kanodakshay Vishnu breathe out, it comes out, and when he breathe in, all the elements goes inside. Now if you go back here to our verse here today. So this here, Srila Prabhupada says that after the incarnation of first Purusha, which we saw, Kano Navshahi Vishnu, the Mahat Tattva appears. The Mahat Tattva is the principle of material creation. This Mahat Tattva is nothing but the material energy, which is in the form which is golden. It's called Hiranmaya, the golden form of the material energy, and from there the creation will start. And then the time is manifested. Time is what? Time is Lord's Sankalpa Shakti. Sankalpa Shakti means when Lord want to create something, as soon as Lord think about that, time execute that part. For example, I give you example. Suppose today you want to go to temple. Suppose you say like today I want to go to temple. So you just, is the thought came in your mind, right? Or so today you might think about like, let me make gulab jamun for Krishna, right? So when thought came in our mind, then that thought has to be executed, right? We need to actually buy the ingredients, we have to cook, we have to make it, and then we have to offer it. It takes time, right? But for us, as soon as the thought comes, we have to still execute the action. But for Krishna, as soon as thought comes in Krishna's mind, or Krishna desires something, the things is already executed. Krishna don't need to say like now he has to do a separate endeavor to get the ingredients and then to mix it and then cook it and do those kind of things, right? So that has been done by the time, the Sankalpa Shakti of the Lord. The time is manifested. And this time is actually cause of creating 3 qualities in the material nature. When the time enter into the material nature, these 3 qualities, goodness, passion, ignorance, Sattvagun, Rajogun, and Tamagun appears. And then these nature, which is basically into 3 qualitative appearance, then they transform to different activities. We see like some people are in Sattvagun, some people are in mode of passion, mode of ignorance, mode of goodness, like that. So they are different, these mixing of these 3 qualities, different activities get created. So let's read the purport here. By the omnipotency of the Supreme Lord, the whole material creation evolves by the process of transformation and reaction one after another. So here we see omnipotency. The Lord is supremely powerful. Lord is everywhere. Lord, it is all done by the power of the Lord. It's not, nothing can move without the power of Lord Krishna. When Lord Krishna does things, then happen. Otherwise, there is no other way. So the omnipotence of Supreme Lord. So here Prabhupada says, by the omnipotence of Supreme Lord, no other cause. Only Krishna is the cause. The whole material creation evolves. It's not that something that Lord take, okay, if you see in material world, we have earth, fire, air, ether, water, right? And other elements. They are lying somewhere and Lord just purchased it or Lord just bought it from somewhere and bring it and now here is done. Nothing was there. Before the creation, nothing was there. Only first Karodakshai Vishnu came. Then Lord expand. Before Lord expand, this by the desire of the Lord, this material element appears. It was there, but it appears by the Lord's desire. So the whole creation here, Prabhupada says that evolves. It's not, it just evolves, it's there. It comes one after another by the process of transformation. Means it's one after another is basically transforming. One thing, then it's coming out, second thing, then it's coming out, third thing, like that. And then things are getting mixed up together, then they are because of a reaction one after another. And by the same omnipotency, they wound up again. And then when the time come for annihilation, same thing goes in a backward motion. Same thing goes in a backward motion. And by the same omnipotency, they wound up again one after another and conserved in the body of Supreme. So when the time comes for annihilation, when Lord Mahavishnu breathe in, each and every element goes back in a similar fashion. There is a term we use in software development. It's called last in, first out. So it's like when you create a list, so the first thing that you put, like suppose if there is a jar or a bucket, you put first thing at the bottom, then put second thing, third thing, fourth thing, fifth thing, like that. So at the top there is a one. So when you want to take it out, the top thing will come first, then the second one, then the second one, then the second one, and the last thing comes at the last. It is like that. So the first element that created, and then after that next element get created, then third, fourth, fifth, and then the last is whatever the element created. Then when destruction start, the first element get destroyed, and the second one, the third one, then they all go inside, merge, and ultimately everything goes back into the body of Mahavishnu, Karanodakshai Vishnu. It's like that. So that's why Prabhupada said, by the same omnipotency, they wound up again, one after another, and conserved in the body of the Supreme. See, like according to the principle, energy cannot be created, energy cannot be destroyed. You know, the scientific people who are scientists, like they know that the principle of creation or principle of energy is that conservation of energy. Similarly, all the things are actually conserved in the body of Mahavishnu. We say annihilation. Actually, it's not an annihilation, it's a winding up. You know, say like on the Sunday feast, we basically comes and we like Bob Prabhu is, like wonderful devotee. He comes and he set up very nicely. We don't even know, but he does so hard work there. He comes, set up all the tables, put all the things, and then put everything, and then everything is done. And then once the Sunday feast is done, we wind up everything and clean everything. And the next Sunday again we do the same thing. we set up everything and then we distribute the prasadam and then we wound up again, clean up everything and done. Similarly, Lord actually create this material world. Lord create the material universes. They comes out one by one, and then when the time comes, they wound back into the body of Lord Mahavishnu. So this is what Prabhupada says, that they conserved back into the body of Mahavishnu. Now, but how they are created? The kala or time. See, when the Lord want to create these activities, when the Lord want this material world to move, the energy is this kala, the time. So here, Prabhupada says kala or time is a synonym of nature and is transformed manifestation of principle of material creation. The activity in the material world start when the time start. The time is the force or the power which basically move this material world. See, if suppose I'll give you example. Right now, sun rises just now in Philadelphia here. So now the sun rises is like about an hour. We cannot see sun, but again it's like around 7:20, like there was sunrise. So now the time is moving because the sun is moving. Because of sun movement, the time is moving, and according to time, we are working. If it's night, we won't get up. We say, let me sleep, let me not come out from the bed, because like it's not daytime. So when the time moves, time actually like moves the sun, time moves everything. So even because of time, we get birth. Like the living entity takes birth because of the power of time, and we grow because of time, and ultimately time destroys us. In Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna asked to Krishna, when Krishna shows the universal form, so then Arjuna asked to Krishna, who are you in this ghastly form? What is your purpose? Why you are here? What are you going to do it? What is your purpose? Why you are here? Krishna says, Kalo Asmi. I am time, and I came to devour everything here. All the people will be devoured in this battlefield. So that's Krishna. So that's what here Kala is the Sankalpa Shakti, or the power of the Lord, which basically moves things in the material world here. As such, Kal may be taken the first cause of creation. That's what Prabhupada says, that because without Kala, nothing will move. Without time, nothing will move. Time moves everything. Time is the moving force. So it will be taken as the first cause of all creation. And then by transformation of nature, here nature means material nature, made up of three energies, like 3 points: goodness, passion, ignorance. When these mix up, these things, passion, goodness, ignorance, they mix up together, nice, different activities of material world become visible. As generally we say, like the base colors are red, green, and blue. So when you take red, green, and blue, you can, from those three base colors, you can make millions of colors out of that. You can take some red, some blue, some green, mix up, and then you see something. You again take another combination, you add a different color. Similarly, this goodness, passion, ignorance, because of mixing of these three nature, the different activities get created in the material world. Like from the goodness, demigod created, right? From passion, human beings are created. From ignorance, these animals are created. I'll show you one more chart, actually, like that will give you a very nice explanation of this, what I'm talking about. You see this one. Here, if you see in this chart, the Mahatattva, that's what we are seeing, the principle of material creation. So when this Mahatattva is agitated by the time element, so then we see these from these three nature. From these three nature, you see these different things are created. So when false ego, which is the Ahankar Tattva, which is basically the covering of this material creation, one of the covering of the material creation, when this mix with different nature like goodness, when it's mixed with goodness, it creates mind and demigod, which are basically from the different movements. So this get created, and from Mahatattva, when it's mixed with passion, with false ego mixed with passion, it actually creates the Gyanendriyas and the Karmendriya, which are working senses and knowledge acquiring senses: ear, touch, eyes, tongue, nose, legs, hands, anus, genital, and voice. And when in this Mahatattva, when the Ahankar, the false ego, get mixed with ignorance, so then first thing is get created the ether, sound. From the sound, because sound is a sense object, from the to create the sense object, we need a container where the sense object will maintain, and that is the ether. And then from ether, then we see another quality, which is basically the sound come in, the touch comes there. From touch, the air get created, and then from that form get generated. From the form, the fire get generated, and then taste get generated. From taste, the water get generated, and then finally the odor or the smell, and from there the earth get created. And then when it's time to come to wind up, so first earth get destroyed, then all the whole earth submerged into water, then water get evaporated by the fire, then fire get dissolved into the air, and the air get dissolved into the ether, and then ultimately come back to the Mahatattva, and then Mahatattva comes back to the Lord. So this is coming back to the verse here. So this is how the way the Lord energy get created, transformed, and then coming back into the Lord Mahavishnu. So here Prabhupada says these activities may be taken up as natural instinct for each and every living entity or the inert object. After the manifestation of activity, there is a variety of products and byproducts of same nature. So when we mix these things, like as I say, goodness, passion, ignorance, by the power of the element, the time, all these different activities get created, and one after another, these activities are manifested. We see in this material world, there are different living entity are in different nature. Some are in goodness, some are in passion, some are in ignorance, and we see like these even the like we see good demigod, and we see like the daityas, rakshasas, they are of different nature. And even the plants, they say the plants are basically different nature. Some plants in goodness, some plants in passion, some plants in ignorance. So in every species, in every living entity, these different categorizations are there. And that's what Prabhupada say, that after the manifestation of activity, there are varieties of products and byproduct of the same nature. So this thing happen. So from where all this thing comes? But ultimately, we need to understand that Prabhupada say that ultimately everything comes from Krishna. So originally, these are all due to the Supreme Lord, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda, Sarva Karan Karanam. That's in Brahma Samhita. But Prabhupada quotes here Vedanta Sutra or Brahma Sutra, which is the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam also. If you see like Vedanta Sutra, it start with Janmadi Yata. This is the first aphorism after Athato Brahm Jigyasa. First is Athato Brahm Jigyasa. Then second one is Janmadi Yata. So only this line is there. And Srimad Bhagavatam start with this verse, Janmadi Yata. So which is basically mentioned that everything comes from Krishna. Krishna is the source of all creation. Janma means the birth, and Adya means sustenance and destruction. Everything come from Krishna. So Krishna is the source of all incarnations, and Krishna is the source of this material world. So now to summarize this, we see that this particular verse explains that this material world created first from Karnodaksha Vishnu, and the Mahatattva comes out, and from the Mahatattva, when Lord Mahavishnu glanced over this material nature, which is in the form of time, the activities start getting working, and then one after another things get created. And then when the time come for annihilation, when the time come for winding up, so each activity rolls back one after another and ultimately reside into the Lord Mahavishnu. And when the next time come for creation, the Lord Mahavishnu again breathe out, and all the universes comes out, and the creation is started again. And this is going on continuously. This is going on continuously, and there is no end. There's no end. It's like working eternally. That's why Prabhupada says in Bhagavad Gita that there are 5 subject matter that Bhagavad Gita explains. The first is Ishvara, who is the supreme controller. Then the Jiva, or the living entities. Then material nature, or this Prakriti. And then Kala, the time. And then Karma, which is the activity of the living entities. But out of these, Srila Prabhupada explains that the 4, the Ishvara, or the controller, supreme controller, the Jiva, which is a living entity, Prakriti, which is the material nature, and the Kala, the time, the eternal time, they are all eternal. They are not get devastated. They are not get destroyed. They will remain as is. Even the material nature remain as is. Only thing is that it just wind up into the body of Mahavishnu. The whole element, the whole material universe, they all be entered into the Lord body of Mahavishnu. So then when everything goes back into the body of Mahavishnu, when the next time the creation need to happen, then everything comes back again, and the same process start. Same process start. But how long is that? That if we see in Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma explains that when Lord Mahavishnu breathe out, all the material universes comes out, and then they exist till he takes back the universe back into his body. So if we see the time period, we see Lord Brahma, the Lord Brahma's time, like age is supposed to be like 100 years. And in 100 year, like one day of Lord Brahma, and Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada explained, one day of Lord Brahma is equal to 1,000 yuga cycle on this earth planet. So on this earth planet, we have right now we are at the in Kali Yuga, and in Kali Yuga we are basically like 5,000 years already gone. So Kali Yuga is going to be 432,000 years, and then before Kali Yuga it was Dwapar Yuga, which is a double of Kali Yuga, and then and after before that it was Treta Yuga, which is triple time of Kali Yuga. And then before that Satyuga was there, which is the fourth time of Kali Yuga. So total we can take 432,000 years multiplied by 10. That becomes one kalpa or one cycle. And then when this cycle goes for 1,000 times, that's become one day of Brahma. And that one day of Brahma, and then Brahma has like 365 days in a year, and then he lives for 100 years. That 100 year of Lord Brahma's life is just one breath of Lord Mahavishnu. यस्येक निश्वसित कालमतावलंब्य जीवंति विलजा जगदंड Soromukupa. So this material world exists only just Lord Mahavishnu's one breathe out. So that time period is for the age of Lord Brahma. So ultimately everything winds up and then stays in the body of Lord Mahavishnu until the next creation comes out. So this is the process which is going on eternally, because as mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, time is eternal, material nature is eternal. They're always there. Only thing is that they sometimes manifest, sometimes unmanifest. Bhutva bhutva praliyate. In Bhagavad Gita, it says that again and again it gets manifested, again and again it gets destroyed, and it is created for the welfare of the living entity, so that we can get an opportunity. The living entity get an opportunity when they come to this material world. They have opportunity to come out from this bondage of cycle of birth and death. And the process given here is basically what Prabhupada explained many times, is the process of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is the best process given in this age of Kali Yuga by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that we can come out from this cycle of birth and death, which is that creation, maintenance, destruction, this cycle, and we can go back to the eternal life. The spiritual world is eternal. In the spiritual world, there is no creation, there is no destruction. So there is no question of birth and death. It just once we go there, we don't need to come back. Krishna says that once you go, na tad bhashate shuryo na shashanko na pavka yad gatva nivartante tad dhamam paramam mama. Once you go back to the spiritual world, you don't need to come back. And that's opportunity is given by us, by the Lord, in the form of this material creation. That Lord gives this opportunity so that we can execute our eternal duty towards the Lord by the process of devotional service. So let me stop here and see if anyone has any comment or any questions.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Nice information you gave. I would like to have those two charts, Prabhu.
Okay, I'll send it to you, Mataji.
And then these are the things in Kala and Kala, Karma. Karma we have to, that is our own deeds, I think. Is that right?
Karma is basically the activities that we perform from this body. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explained the actions that we perform from our body, our mind, and our words, they are considered as a karma. So depend upon what activity you do. It can be like a pious activity or a sinful activity or a mixed activity. Accordingly, we get results. Every action that we perform produce a result. And that result, we have to be like enjoy or suffer based on what type of activity you have done. But Krishna recommends that we should stop doing activities, means we should not do any material activity, but we should do spiritual activities. Even though spiritual activity is like an activity, but because it is done for Krishna, for the pleasure of Krishna, it is not an ordinary karma which produce these three type of result, auspicious, inauspicious, and mixed. So these are we get transcendental. This bhakti is a transcendental karma. that we perform, or Krishna karma, which actually awards us the love of Godhead rather than bondage in the material world. So that's why once before we go to the spiritual world, we have to destroy all this karma has to be destroyed. Karmani nirati kintu ja bhakti bhajam. In Brahma Samhita it says that when we perform devotional service, it destroy all the these fruitive activities. All the karmas get destroyed, and if we still have karma, we need to destroy. Otherwise, we will not be able to get free, because this karma is basically which is binding us. It's called karma bandhana. This karma bandhana we have to come out, So, but we don't need to do extra activity. Prabhupada says that in order to destroy karma, we don't need to do anything. All we have to do transform our activity from material activity to spiritual activity, and then spiritual by performing devotional service, rest of the karmas will get destroyed. First of all, we should stop not to do more material activities, try to do all the spiritual activity. And once we perform spiritual activity, by the power of that spiritual activity, by the power of devotional service, all the previous karmas, all the previous result will automatically get destroyed. That's Rupa Goswami explains the power of pure devotional service.
So that's what whenever whatever we do, think of Krishna and then just surrender, devoted to Krishna. Then that karma will be no, not that doing bad things and say Krishna, but try to do whatever best and then say Krishna. That's it.
Yes, no, Krishna says that like man manabhav madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Krishna says that you do this. This is pure
And
devotion.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah, I'll take care of this. Sarva dharman pratyajya mam ekam sharanam. When we take complete shelter of Lord Shri Krishna, Krishna says, "Don't worry, I will free you from all sinful reaction." Because normally we get scared. Suppose if we do work for Krishna, and I don't do my other material duties, so what's going to happen? Like how I'm going to survive? Who's going to take care of me? Like and then because of that we get scared. But Krishna said, "Ma suchaha." Don't fear. Don't get fear. I'll take care. I'm here. I'm sitting here. So Krishna is assuring all of us that once you take shelter of the holy name of the Lord, of Krishna, then Krishna will take care of all our sinful activity. We don't need to worry about it. But that does not mean that we continue doing sinful activity. We should stop doing sinful activity and take shelter of Krishna. One time Srila Prabhupada like giving a lecture in Melbourne in Australia, and one devotee asked very very nice question. He asked Srila Prabhupada that we are here in the material world, Prabhupada. We are in the material world for many millions of lifetime, and we are performing so many sinful activities. Millions of lifetime we are here, and we are performing so many sinful activity. Is it possible to counteract all this sinful activity in this one lifetime? Because Prabhupada says that give this life to me. This one life, you give it to me, I will take you back home, back to God. So then the devotee asks, can we counteract all this sinful activity in one lifetime? Prabhupada says, just 1 minute. 1 minute you can counteract all this sinful activity. Then he says that you have not read Bhagavad Gita. What Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita? Sar dharman pratyajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. Aham tvam sar papebhyo mokshashyami ma shucha. Prabhupada said, Krishna is showing us, just take my shelter. Just surrender to me. And as soon as we surrender to Krishna, and we surrender means, Prabhupada explains in that purport in the Srimad in the chapter number 18, verse number 66, he explains that surrender means six way of Sharanagati. When you take that, then Krishna will assure you, no problem. You are free from sinful reaction that moment only. That moment, once we take complete shelter of Krishna, that's why Prabhupada says 1 minute. 1 minute you can destroy all the sinful reaction from millions of billions of lifetime, and then you actually become purified. So that's the point. So that's why this karma is like destroyed. But as Prabhupada says, the other 4 things are eternal, but we don't need to deal with material nature or time once we go back home, back to Godhead. There's no influence of time. There's no influence of material energy in the spiritual world. Always we and Krishna, and then we serve Krishna eternally there and be happy over there. All right. Anyone else have
Krishna's,
any? Yes, Mataji.
Krishna's words are sometimes, he says, just do your duty. And then you need to do your duty. That's what he was telling Arjuna, is that right?
But what is the duty? That's the point. We need to
That
understand what
is
is the
the
duty.
thing.
Krishna is saying our duty is Saradharma Patyaja Mamekam Shadavara. That is the duty. Savai punsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshe ahitu ki apriyata atma suprasiddhiti. Srimad Bhagavatam very clearly defines the duty of all living entities. Savai punsam paro dharmo. The topmost, the supreme occupation, the prescribed duty for all the living entity is this devotional service, which is ahituki, aparhartya, means unconditional, uninterrupted devotional service to the Lord. That's a duty. That's the topmost duty, and that's what Krishna says. Saradharman partaja mahamekam shranam. There are many other material duties that we have, but other duty you can do, but main duty we have to do first. Our goal of life is that we should do our duty, which is the first, the param dharma, which is the duty towards the Lord. Because in nature, if you really see in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explained, who are we in nature? We are spirit soul, we are not the body. So we have duty, which is the bodily duty. We are talking about the bodily duties. Duties according to our bodily position. Like we have varnashram dharma, which is based on body. We have duty of a mother, father, husband, wife, brother, sister, son, daughter, brother-in-law, son-in-law. All these duties, or duty you are working in an office, a job. You are working duty towards for your country, duty towards your community. All these duties are based on body. And as long as you have the body, you have the duty. Once the body is finished, the duties are finished. So that's why these duties are secondary. These duties are secondary. The topmost and the main duties for us, because we are spirit soul. We are part and parcel of Krishna. Mamai vamsho jivaloke jivbhuta sanatana. Krishna is clearly saying that you are my part and parcel. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Jivere Swarup hoye, Krishna Nityadas. Our eternal position is we are all servant of Krishna. Our first and the foremost duty is to serve Krishna. And that's what Krishna is explaining. The crux of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita actually teaches us this main verse. Sarv dharman partajya mahamekam shram. Srila Prabhupada quoted this verse left and right in everywhere. Prabhupada says, don't forget this. Because that's our main idea. If you understand this verse, Sarv dharman partajya, you understand Bhagavad Gita. You don't need to read Bhagavad Gita. You can directly come to Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada says that where the Bhagavad Gita starts, Bhagavatam starts. Where Bhagavad Gita stops, Bhagavatam starts, and that's the place. If we surrender to Krishna, we can directly jump into Srimad Bhagavatam, and then we can
That's
read.
why after telling all these things to Arjuna at the last chapter, 18th chapter, he says, Sarvadharman parityaja mamekam sarvanoja.
Yes, that's what he said. This is my supreme instruction.
Yeah, that is a final instruction. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you very much. Anyone else have any other comment or question
Hare,
before we end?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Very, very nice class. So many things we have to do to destroy
No,
our
we have to just do one thing.
things.
Mataji, just one thing we have to do, chant Hare Krishna. That's all.
Oh,
Chaitanya
As a
Mahaprabhu and Srila
simple
Prabhupada
thing.
made very clear to us. All we have to do, follow forward principle and chant Hare Krishna. We don't need to worry about anything else.
okay. Thank you. Very easy. And I have a question about the second chart.
Yes.
It shows that with a sound and touch, air is created. So
Yes.
what is the meaning of that? Air is created.
Actually, see that first the sense objects get created. Sense object means this sound get created. So from the sound, so sound has to be contained in some container, right? Say suppose if you have milk and you want to keep milk, you need some container to keep the milk, right? If I say like milk is milk is a real product, but in order to contain the milk, you need some container, right? If I say I'll give you milk, so then where are you going to keep the
Where
milk?
will we put it? Can I put it in your hands?
You are not going to put the milk in your hand, right? It's going to drain it out, right?
Okay.
So
with the sound, air gets created.
no. From the sound, first ether get created. So in the ether, the sound travels, right? So
Yeah.
then next element from in the ether, air get generated. Then from the air, because like air is basically, as I say, this touch, the touch. In the first the touch element get created, and from the touch the air get created. I'll show you again this chart one more time. Hold on. See, this is another chart actually. I didn't show that. This chart was there where from the sound ether get generated here, and then from touch the air get generated, and then from form the fire get generated, and from that then the next element taste, from the taste the water get generated, and the next element smell the earth get generated. So if we see this are ether, air, fire, water, earth. These are the elements that Krishna mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. These are the elements which are called the gross elements, and these are elements called subtle element. So first the subtle element get creates, and then the relevant gross elements get created. So this is like a cycle. One after the first this, second one this, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. And when it's time to create, come to destruction, earth get destroyed, and then smell, they enter into the water, and then from water, that it enter into taste, and the taste get enter into fire, like that. It just goes like this.
I did not understand this.
Charts are very good, Prabhu. I like.
What is ether? Is atmosphere, right?
Ether is our like antriksh, what do you call it? Antriksh, like the outer, the sky.
Yeah. So who creates the sound?
Sound is coming from Lord. See, everything, that's why I say cause, the cause of all causes, from the Lord, everything created. Like we say, first the sound vibration created, and then from sound the ether get created. That's what Prabhupada says in the purport. Like if I'll show you here, going back to the
So
purport.
this for sound and touch. This is Lord creates sound and Lord creates touch.
Yeah, yes.
And then the
Everything
air
come from the see the source of here. What Prabhupada say that here, if you see, the whole material creation evolves by process of transformation and reaction one after another.
Okay, so
So
I was thinking that because of this human activity, this air
no,
gets created.
Human came later. Human is not even there. This
Oh,
actually
okay.
this whole creation was done even before Lord Brahma appears.
Oh, okay. So this is Lord's activity.
Yeah. It's a primary creation. See, in Srimad Bhagavatam, it's mentioned that the primary creation was done by the Lord, and then the secondary creation was done by this Lord Brahma. So if I show you this another chart which I showed you here.
Okay.
So see, before Lord Brahma appear, this everything was created before. This universe, you see the Lord Mahavishnu, all these material universes are created. In all these material universes, earth, fire, air, ether, water, false ego, Mahatattva, these 7 layers created. Lord Garbhodakshaya Vishnu appeared. All these different planets are created. Everything was created. But what Lord Brahma does, Lord Brahma only takes the material element and mix it up and create the living entity. Earth, fire, air, ether, water already created. They were already done there. The sky was created, everything was created, sound, touch, form, everything was there. 16 elements which are coming, created directly by the Lord when he glanced over this material nature. When Lord glances, this glance, which is a time factor, everything was already created in Mahatattva. So they were already created, but only human being are the last creation actually. Human being are the last creation. If you see, I'll in the Srimad Bhagavatam, canto number 3, I'll show you if you want, if you have time, I can show. If you go in 3.10 here, like if you read Mataji here in the 3rd canto, there, see this creation of universal form, and then manifestation from Brahma, from Garbhodakshaya. You can read from here. And then all these things are created one after another. How Brahma first prayed, and then all this division of creation. There are 9 divisions are here. First who get created, then who get created, one after another. This whole thing is there. So, but Lord Brahma only created the living entities. Lord Brahma is not created this sky, earth, water, fire, air. These all created by the Lord. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Bhumi Rapo Anolo Vayu Khammana Buddhireva Cha Ahankarityam me Binna Prakriti Ashtada. Krishna says that is my 8 separated energy. Is my energy. I created. Lord Brahma is like, you can say, like in today's world, you see we see like Apple, Apple company who makes iPhones, right? So if Apple says that I am the manufacturer of iPhones, so is Apple really the manufacturer? Apple is just an assembler, because Apple, the company, takes ingredients from the material nature. See, the rubber or the metal or any kind of thing they take from the nature and they assemble it and they put a stamp on that, manufactured by Apple. But are they really manufactured or they really assembled by them? They stole it from this material nature and they're putting their name. That's what Purpa says, that these people, they are stealing the things from the material nature and they're putting their label that it is belong to me, it is belong to me, it is belong to me, or I am the manufacturer, I'm the creator. But the real creator is Krishna. Similarly, like Lord Brahma, he took material energy like this earth, fire, air, ether, water, all these things, all these elements he mixes, and then he creates 8,400,000, like this 84 lakh, whatever say, 8,000,000 400,000 species of life is get created by the Lord Brahma by taking all the elements from the material nature, and then he create different bodies.
Okay. Yeah. Very good example about the apple now. They can easily understand.
Everybody in the material world is a assembler. Nobody is a manufacturer. Suppose I'll give you example. Like if there is a small mosquito, right? And
Yeah.
if somebody break the leg of that mosquito, and you give this mosquito to a scientist, doctors, everyone, and say that, can you create their leg without taking any element from this material world? Can they produce anything by them? We cannot produce anything if we don't take from this nature, which is given by Krishna. When we come to this material world, everything was already there. When we're going to leave this world, everything will be still there. We cannot
Yeah.
steal anything from this world. This world is already preserved by the Lord. You cannot take anything, from this material world. Material world will remain as is. See, at the beginning of the creation, Lord created this earth, fire, air, ether, water, right? These 5 elements are create called Mahatattva, this gross element or great elements. They have like large stock of those elements. Even though we are doing so many things with these elements, people are basically drinking water or like air, destroying like polluting air or whatever. But still, the amount of air, the amount of water, amount of ether, amount of these things, they will remain as is. We can only transform, but we cannot destroy. Because real destroyer is Krishna. Real creator is Krishna. So creation and destruction done by Krishna only. We can transform, which is already given by the material nature. We can only transform. We cannot really do anything more than that. So by the scientists, what they do, they use the laws which are already provided in the material nature. We use that to transform things. That's all. They are not creating anything. They're not destroying also. If somebody say that I can destroy, no, you cannot destroy. It's out of your reach. You will get destroyed, but you cannot destroy anything in the material world. Material world remain as is. When we go to leave, world will remain as is. We cannot take anything. We cannot destroy anything. We cannot create anything. We cannot produce anything. It is all done by the Lord, and Lord's. That's what Lord says. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. That this verse, the invocation verse of Sri Shobda says that this material world is complete and perfect. So when it is complete and perfect, because it's coming from the source which is complete and perfect, the Lord. So you really cannot make it, you cannot destroy something to make it half or 20% or 70%. You cannot. It's going to remain as is. We are going to come and go. The world will remain as is, means it may be different form because of transformation, but you really cannot destroy any element. Even a single stone you cannot destroy. Single drop of water you cannot destroy. You can just only convert by the process of the laws of nature, but you really cannot destroy anything here.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Very nice explanation. And I have one question. This
Yes.
Garbhodakshaya Vishnu rests on causal ocean?
No, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is the second Purusha incarnation, and he actually entered into each and every universe. And when he entered into each and every universe, he fills the universe, half universe, with the water from his body. That's called Garbhodaka ocean.
Okay, and Karna Daksha Vishnu rests on the causal ocean.
Causal ocean, because
Okay.
see, he's a cause, he's a karan for the material world, and Garbhodaka ocean is the, Garbha means where the everything takes birth.
Yeah.
So that's why it's called Garbhodaka. He enter into the ocean, and that ocean is called Garbhodaka. From there, the whole world get coming out, which the universe where we are in right now.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank
That's
you.
why it's called Garbha.
Yeah.
गर्भ से सब जन्म होता है ना, like if I say in Hindi, you understand that everything comes from the womb. So that womb is basically Garbhodaka ocean, where this first living entity, Lord Brahma, appears from there. And then from Lord Brahma, every living entity, this whole material world where we are in, all the living entity, the first living entity, Lord Brahma, from Brahma, everyone came out.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
One of our ancestors is Lord Brahma. Okay.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare
we
Krishna,
have-
Prabhu.
Yeah, I think we have one more hand raised. Mukti Datari Mataji, you have something to contribute?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Pranam.
Hare
So I have a question in my mind, like everything is created by the Lord, and also His inhalation and exhalation is creating and destructing, right? And you said like Brahma created us for the last thing He created, like human being, right? You said
Living entities.
living
Living
entities.
entities, the bodies, he actually gives according to by the order of the Lord. He just creates the material bodies that every living entities we have in the material world.
So Prabhu, like I'm thinking like when Prabhupada said like go back to Godhead. So is it like we are already there in the spiritual sky, and then I don't know how, like it's like we fell down in this material world. We hear like that, right?
Yeah.
Then
So,
you said like Brahma created us. Then I don't
no.
understand these things.
So what? See, we are all part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mame Vamsho Jiva Loke, Jibhuta Sanatana. So we are all part and parcel of Krishna. Because of our misuse of free will, because we chose not to serve Krishna, we enter into this material world. Material world, you can think, Mataji, like in a city, suppose in a Philadelphia city, if somebody does a wrong activity, suppose if somebody does a crime, not obeying the law of the state or city. So somebody go in Philadelphia, go to the city hall and start doing wrong activity. So police will come, they will catch him and put him in a prison, right? Similarly, when the living entity, they misuse their free will and not really work according to the order of the Lord. So the Maya, the material energy, which is basically the superintendent of this material world, she catches us and put it in this material world. And in the material world, when we come, because in order to operate in this material world, we need a body. We by nature we are spirit soul, so we need a body. So Lord created this material world, and Lord appointed Lord Brahma as the in charge to give us the bodies. So Lord Brahma, on the behalf of Lord Krishna, assigns us a body. Okay, you will get this body, you will get this body according to your nature. So we get this body, and when we are in this body, if we do bhakti, then we will give up this body and we'll go back to the spiritual world. Go back spiritual world, we come out from this prison. So when you come out from prison, you are again back to your home, your city, like Philadelphia. You come out and then you go to your home and then you reside there. But if you have, because you have misused your free will, you are into this prison and you have to suffer. That's what for and the superintendent deity of this material world is Durga. Srishti Sthiti Prasadhan Shakti Rekha Chaya Vayasya Bhuvnani Vibharti Durga. Ichhanurupapayasya Chestatata Govindam Adivishnu Tamaya. That the Durga, this material energy works under the direction of Krishna. So because we are revolted against the law of the Lord, so Lord is giving us a little punishment in the form of giving us this material body through the agency of Lord Brahma. So now we need to do bhakti, and when we do bhakti, we'll give up this material body and we'll get a spiritual body. Like say, suppose we come out from this prison and we go back to our home, and then we get a spiritual body and we'll serve Krishna there.
Yes, Prabhu. So I have another question like coming. So if like every living entity is being like Krishna conscious,
Hmm.
then what will be happen? Like the material,
Everyone will be happy.
everyone will be go back to Krishna. Then
Yeah.
what will be like the
No,
creation,
why?
the
Yeah,
inhalation will be happening still?
which one?
Inhalation.
Still the
No, no,
creation and
no, no.
inhalation will be
Lord,
happening.
Lord creates material world and annihilate material world when it's needed. Lord, it's not that Lord has to do this.
If we don't want to,
Okay.
If there is
Or-
nobody to punish, then why Lord is going to punish? Say, suppose if you have 3 kids, right?
Four.
4 kids. Suppose if your kids are very nice, they obey everything, you don't need to punish anyone. But if
Yeah.
one person is if Lakshmipati is making some noise, you have to punish him. Like otherwise, he will keep making noise. So if Krishna is punishing, or Krishna is not punishing, I will say Krishna is giving us some kind of a small dose so that we can he to correct us. So if everybody is nice, then why Krishna is going to punish us? Krishna don't need to create material world. We don't need that material world. Let everyone become Krishna conscious. That's what Prabhupada's plan is. Prabhupada's plan is to make everyone Krishna conscious. And that's what we say, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to deliver all the living entity by giving. But how many can take it? How many cannot take it? That's up to them. But Krishna want everyone to become Krishna conscious. It's not that Krishna forcibly putting us here.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Nice
these
class.
these questions are going on and on, but there's a time. But we say this is Dukkalayam. Why demigods wants to come here?
No, demigods are also like you and me, Mataji. Say suppose if you want to become president of United States,
Mm.
so you will get special power. So demigods are like you and me who got a special power. That's all. They don't want to come. They are already here. It's not that demigods coming from a spiritual world. They also actually fallen living entities. But because they perform devotional service with some idea of what we call some idea of control. They want some powers and control. That's why they are promoted to that position. Say if you worship Krishna and you say, Krishna, I want to become Indra, Krishna will make you Indra. Krishna can make you Indra. Krishna can make you Varuna or Chandra, whatever demigod you want to become. If you worship with that mood that Krishna, I want to become demigod, Krishna will make you demigod. So demigods are nothing but living entities. They are not expansion of God. They are living entities, but they have special power given by Krishna to maintain this universe, like maintain certain aspect of the universe. Like we have in a company, we have managers, to maintain different departments. So similarly, they are also living entity, but they are with some special power given by Krishna to do their activities.
Only thing is they will be staying there longer time, and in here hours is not that much time.
You are also here for from long time. Only thing is this body is
That's what the body.
this body is only
Yeah.
given 100 years in the Kali Yuga. But if you get a demigod body, you can be more than that. Or you get a Brahma's body, that's even more than that.
No.
Body has age, soul doesn't have age. Soul never takes birth, soul never dies. So for soul, there is no age. And demigod also, they are living entities, but their body is a little longer, that's fine. But again, from the soul perspective, we are all same. All right.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
All right. So thank you very much all for joining. I think a little long time. Okay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Have a Krishna conscious day.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for the kind words earlier.
All right. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for a wonderful service. I really enjoy your service.